It's December 29th, 2017, 3 hours 46 minutes PM time. Let's do right there, Jerusalem. In this case, I've selected one because my capital is not present in the list. I'm currently sitting on 100,304 units of money. I'm trading Bitcoin here. As you can see, Bitcoin has been going down for quite some time. It's having its so-called correction right here from its top to bottom of 11,159 on the Bitstamp exchange, and it starts to go up and down without having any kind of a direction. So I could say that after a few years of going up sharply or down sharply, it has stabilized. It's not the first time it's stabilized. As you can see, it used to be in a similar position right here from 2014 to 2016. But otherwise it was experiencing extremely sharp movements. And even here it looks like the chart stopping everything out there I've ever seen, and then it looks like it's absolutely nothing, like it's just a blip, like it's just a fly outside. And in terms of 20,000, nearly 20,000 on Bitstamp exchange, and then it hits almost 50% low, and it's starting to recover. However, this week right here, just before the new year, is not proving to be best. It's probably hinting you that just before Christmas everybody wants to end up really rich and happy, so they are selling, and the Bitcoin is going down. Obviously that's probably not true, because billions and billions of dollars have been sold undoubtedly, I suspect, and people alone probably wouldn't have that much money invested in Bitcoin anyway. There's probably all kinds of hedge funds that want to cash out. In any case, that's how the market should work. It should work based on supply and demand. If there's too much supply, the price should go down. If there's too much demand, the price should go up. And it should be fairly simple. However, things in a stock market may not always be as simple as they look, and that's that. It's time for me to choose a position here. I'm on the 1 minute chart right now. I'm going to go after a short position. Let's do that. I should probably always have a stop loss, but because I want to trade a lot, I'm gonna do that. Then on another exchange, on Coinbase, I'm going to choose a long-term position now. Now that due to the market being very choppy right here all the time, I expect it to go down. So on the long term, I'm going to short the position. On a short term, I'm going to trade on Bitstamp exchange, and it's a sure thing too. What do I see here is that the market has unfortunately changed and it's going a little bit against me here, which is perfectly fine. Let's see how other metrics show us. For example, 5-minute chart indicates that the correction should happen at any point in time because we've seen a really huge rise. However, that is not necessarily the end for the rise. Furthermore, on a 15-minute chart, it's going fairly high up. Once again, an indication that sooner or later a change in price should occur. And furthermore, other charts, even the 1-hour chart, is in the green, so that means the market is going up. However, one-hour chart is not really giving us anything because it can go up for hours nonetheless. We're trading a 1 minute here so that we could get into the action, and it's not working that well at all because the market's moving in the opposite direction. However, it's so unpredictable at 1 minute that it kind of represents a game of chance, and I'm just trying to get into the trend, on Coinbase right here. This is where I expect a trend which should go down. I expect it to go down approximately $200. Hopefully we'll see the support up around this level. As you can see, there is the support thing, which means that in simple terms, it means that if a market previously reached this position, then you wouldn't be wrong thinking that it will never pass this position again, so it will bounce. And these bounces are occurring so often, as you can see, bam, 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 that they're kind of considered to be the resistance kind. And the top example is support. Let's check this. Support and resistance basics Investopedia. Notice how 39 acts as a resistance on Amazon.com shop between March and November 2006. So that's right there is the resistance, and that right there is the support. Notice how the price has a difficult time falling below the support. Now that's the support and that's the resistance right here. And this support is showing itself time and time again. And it's not a rule of thumb. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just that this occurrence is showing up all the time, every time and especially look at this example right here. They all bottomed at the support of approximately 14,134 or 35, which is a perfect example, but it never lashed out, and it kind of shows itself all over the place. This means I expect that the resistance will start to show up at around this level right here. And that's where the game begins. If it went above the resistance level, it's assumed that it would be a good opportunity for me to buy. If it passes the support level, which means it's going even further down, that means it's a good opportunity for me to sell, because it's moving out of its initial position. And that's it. Let's assume that our current support position is on a long-term trend, is right here. On a short-term trend, it could be it could be anywhere. It would be hard to say right now, because I'm looking just at the obvious trends. The support is right here, and the resistance is somewhere around 14,365. In theory, I should be focusing just on that right now. Just be waiting for the chart to reach one of these levels. However, I can always look at a short-term trend, because as you can see, there's this high uptrend. However, shorter trends are being created, and these trends are right here. As you can see, it's 14,103 and another support at 14,102. So there was always a chance to catch up to this right here. So for example, it moved so low on this position right here, it wouldn't be surprising that when it started to go down, it would bounce up somewhere around here. For example, in this example here, we can see that the chart has reached its resistance level at around 14,300 and 14,299 on a few occasions, and it's not stopping right there. It's continuing to move on the same pattern. This means that we can consider this as a potential, if it won't top this area out, resistance when the trend moves south. However, not surprisingly, it has moved out. Alright, by just analyzing all this, I'm forgetting that the market is moving against me. Because it's not going down, I'm just going to buy the market. Buy Bitcoin in this case. I just call it the market because it's a Bitcoin market, and I'm looking at a new resistance levels. Now look at that, it's stopping out on the new resistance, so that's 14,365.55, and it already reached 65, and it just kind of perfectly showed us just how effective the resistance and support strategy or realization that it's actually real works. It has perfectly topped out at that level, and if it's going down, we could be sure that it shouldn't go above this level right here. Okay, so now what we do, we sell. We assume that it reached this top position and we short it. I'm hoping that it will never jump through the resistance for now, and the chart will just simply start to move down. It already moved by $50. That's the Bitcoin dollar there. Mostly we weren't wrong, it's just that I didn't close the positions perfectly there. Now it's still sitting on the resistance level for 2 minutes, which is exactly what I need. I hope that it will continue moving that way. My long-term position in this case just wasn't exactly what I needed, but I have no doubt that it will go down even further. Now that that's done, let's look at another cryptocurrency right here. That is Ripple. That has moved up to $1.60, which is incredible because not so long ago it was worth just 19 cents or even less. As you can see, it was worth only 3 cents or just a part of 8 cents just in 2017. At the beginning of 2017 it was worth almost absolutely nothing, and now it's worth $1.60, which is a true millionaire maker, no doubts about it. Invest $1,000 in this when its price is around 10 cents, 3 cents, part of a cent right here, then you'll be making a lot of money right now. Probably cashing out would be a good idea. There's the Coinbase, an exchange where I'm making the long-term trade, and that's the Bitstamp, an exchange where I'm not making any long-term trades, only short-term trades. Surprisingly, it went down before it went up, but it hit the resistance level, which keeps us still safe from losing money. I just need to keep this done. It moved out of the resistance. It just jumped through it a little bit, slightly, and this is an indication for me to buy. Now I'm buying. That means that it can move even higher. Now that it went past by just a few pips the resistance level that was out there, and as you can see, it's not stopping there. Now the support in this case would be this right here, 14,278 or 2,000 or 14,285. In any case, I hope that it's going to move forward. Let's go to other ones. That's Ethereum that has surprisingly moved up quite a bit too. It obviously